There are some things in nature that would make you think, oh, that's neat. Maybe cause you to pull out your phone and take a selfie. Then there are those things that would make you think the second coming is happening and the world is ending. In this video, I'll be talking about phenomena from the second category. Occurrences so rare and unlikely that if they happen to you, you would either think you're dead or you would be dead. To kick it off, I want to start out small and talk about something that we've all looked for at least once in our lives. A four-leafed clover. About 1 in 5,000 to 10,000 clovers have 4 leaflets. The additional leaflet is the result of a rare recessive gene or environmental stressors like high phosphate levels in the soil or temperature swings. I've never found one, mainly because I value my time. But if you found one, let me know in the comments. Moving on, I want to talk about lightning. Now, as you guys know, I'm scared of lightning. And when you're scared of something, you either avoid it altogether or you learn everything about it. In my case, I learned everything about it. The odds of getting struck by lightning varies regionally and vocationally, but in the US, it's about 1 in 15,300. Men are actually 4 times more likely to get struck than women due to all their work outside. It's an occupational hazard. I could delve into how lightning works, but this video, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Future me, cue the explaining music. Thunderstorms have the unique ability of being able to separate positive and negative charges within and around a storm system. This creates strong electric fields. Lightning forms between 2 oppositely charged regions of air and basically attempts to neutralize them. Channels called leaders branch off in opposite directions and plow the way through the poorly conductive air. When they reach the charged regions, a bright electrical discharge occurs. When leaders neutralize regions within a storm cloud, this is called intracloud lightning. When they link a cloud and the ground, this is called cloud-to-ground lightning, or CG for short. CGs are so dangerous because they can reach temps of up to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. There's a lot of different kinds of lightning. There's volcanic lightning, thunder, snow, red sprites, ball. Anyway, what was the next thing? All right, albino animals. Guys, albinism is so cool, but also sad in a way. Basically, it's where an animal inherits a mutated recessive gene from both parents that inhibits the production of melanin, a pigment that gives color to skin and hair. The white color may look cool to us, but in the wild, it's basically a death sentence, as it correlates to higher predation rates, poor eyesight, and difficulty finding a mate. The odds of an animal being born albino ranges widely across species, but is generally 1 in 10,000 to 1 million. In Minecraft, your odds of finding diamonds can be as high as 60%. In real life, however, it's more like 0.00001%, which is the same as 1 in 10 million. Of course, if you search in areas like Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas or other high-yield locations, then your odds dramatically increase. The rarity of these gems doesn't come from what they're made of, because they're actually 99.95% carbon. In fact, graphite has almost the exact same composition. What makes diamonds is their structure and the super specific Goldilocks conditions that it takes to make it. Deep in the mantle, the extreme pressure and temperature causes carbon atoms to form 4 short but strong bonds with adjacent carbon atoms, resulting in a super solid crystal lattice. I'm actually kind of curious how much diamonds cost now. I might have to buy one of these for someone one of these days. Let me just look it up. How much do diamonds cost? Boom. Oh my gosh. No. $2,000 for half a carat? Nah. I might have to do a graphite ring. This is ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on. One of the rarest things that could ever happen to you is getting hit by a meteorite. You would have to be so pitifully unlucky for this to happen to you. In all of recorded human history, there has been only one confirmed case of someone dying from a meteorite impact. And that was in 1888. Now, meteorites hitting the Earth aren't that uncommon, as 17 to 50 of them strike the ground daily. But for one to hit the exact spot you're sitting in is essentially an act of God. I don't know what else to tell you. There was a story I saw while I was researching for this about this one lady that survived. Hang on. Let's see. Person in Alabama. Can't spell. Who got, oh my gosh, got hit by meteor. Ignore this. Google knows what I mean. Anne Hodges, the only documented person in history to be struck by a meteorite and survive. A meteorite crashed through her roof, bounced off a radio, and hit her in the hip while she was napping. Bro, that is crazy. Imagine you're just like chilling in your living room and you get smacked in the hip by an asteroid, meteorite, whatever. That is, you have to be so unlucky. I'm glad she survived though. For our final phenomenon, we have nacreous clouds, or nacreous clouds. I don't know how to say it. I didn't even know these were a thing until I started making this video. The ingredients it takes to form these things are so specific that they basically only develop in the Arctic. But if you want to make one at home, here's the process. Their recipe calls for an altitude of 15 to 25 kilometers. For reference, cirrus clouds develop up to 13 kilometers high. Next, they must be chilled at temperatures below minus 108 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure you have a polar vortex on hand. In addition, there must be sufficient moisture, which is hard to come by 65,000 feet off the ground. Finally, you must have sunlight to diffract through the resulting ice crystals. This produces the rainbow iridescence that earns these clouds their nickname, Mother of Pearls. And with that, I've gone through everything I had planned for this video, but we've barely scratched the surface of all of the crazy natural phenomena that creation has to offer. So if you want to see a part 2, get this video to 50 likes and I'll make another one. Anyway, I have chemistry homework I need to go do, so I will see you in the next one. Over and out.